Hi everyone, it's Laura here. Um, today is Monday, July 1st, 2013. Today is special for two reasons. One, it marks my 2-year surgiversary, excuse me, of my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. My highest weight back in December of 2010 was 347 pounds. My doctor says I was 360 at some point, but I was 347 the day that I saw her when I went to go talk to her about the program. The day I started my program, my 6-month program that I had to do for my insurance to pay for my surgery, the day I started that, I think that was January. Yeah. January 2011, I was 337 pounds. Excuse me, so I lost 10 pounds. If you hear a noise in the background, it's my cat. She's doing this crazy kitty thing where she runs back and forth. So if you hear any, it's my cat. So just letting you know. So 347, my highest in December of 2010. And then day of surgery, I was 301. I was also preparing for my wedding, so I kind of wanted to lose. He told me my BMI had to be a certain amount. I had to be over 40. And my BMI when I started the program was 47. My BMI, I couldn't get below 40, I guess. And so if I got down to like 294 pounds or something, it would be below 40. So he told me to make sure I didn't get below that. But I did need to show that I was losing weight. And because I was preparing for my wedding, I wanted to look good. And this is like a side tangent. But when I bought my wedding dress, it was before I started the program. And I bought I was really surprised because I was size 26 pants. I was, as big as I thought I could be. And when I bought my dress, I was a size 22 or something. But I guess everybody says that wedding dresses run small. But I was a size 22, I think, 24. And by the time that I had my dress taken in twice because I had lost weight. And so I probably went from a 22 or 24 to maybe a 20. But anyway. So then on July 1st, 2011, I had my surgery. And then at my 1-year post-op appointment, I was 181 pounds. It was my lowest that I've seen before my, sorry. That was the lowest that I'd seen before my plastic surgery. So today, 2 years later, I look oh so tired. Sorry. Because I'm sleeping out in my living room. This is my bedroom. I don't know if you guys can see. So I've got stuff here. I've got stuff over here. This is my living room. This is my bedroom now because 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. I had a 360 circumferential body lift and medial thigh lift. So with Dr. Katzen in Beverly Hills. Now I live near Pasadena in California, which is like 20 miles away. So he's like right in my backyard. But it can be an hour and 2 hours in traffic because traffic in LA is horrible. So that was 2 weeks ago, and probably 2-3 days ago, I weighed myself. Actually, I think it was Friday I weighed myself. And I actually finally broke the 170s. Broke into the 170s. It was 179. For the longest time, the first year and a half, 2 years, I guess, but year and a half. The first year was gung-ho, working out, blah, blah, blah. And then I got to my 2-year mark, or my 1-year mark, and it was kind of like, oh, okay, well, I look good, da, da, da. I was wearing, size 10 10, 12, 14, depending on the brand. Small, medium, depending on the brand of tops. So, you know, I was like, I'm looking good. And then my husband and I went on this 2-week vacation, and, you know, you kind of get relaxed on vacation, and then that kind of turned into the rest of my year. And my body really balanced out at 190, in the 190s. My surgeon's goal for me was below 190. And I've talked about this many of times before about goal and how my goal had changed and how, you know, being over 300 pounds, you know, I just wanted to be half of me, so I wanted to be 150. And that was at 6 feet, because I'm 6 feet. That's not a ridiculous goal, but just kind of like a little too skinny for me. So anyway, over the past 2 years, my goal, as I quote unquote I like to say, has changed. And you know, I've talked about this before on a couple of my other videos about being best weight. What's the best weight for you? What does your body want you to be at? Because, you know, I could have gotten down to 150 if I had starved myself, not lived my life, sat in a hole, didn't have anything but protein drinks, and, you know, I could have gotten down to it. So it's not that it wasn't an attainable goal, but what I like to say is that it wasn't a sustainable goal. Any goal can be attainable. You can get down to whatever. I don't know if I could have gotten down to 100 pounds. But, I mean, you can get down to your smallest, but can you stay there? That's the question. You know, and people talk about wanting to live their life and not feel like you're on a diet, and that's what you don't want. This is not a diet. This is a lifestyle change, and it has to be a lifestyle change. So, about 1 year out, I decided I wanted to do plastic surgery. My body, as far as my lower body, I didn't have a lot that I thought on my stomach, but my butt was big. And I don't typically have, like, okay, on a person, right? Say this is a person. On the two sides, on the outer edges, when you do the 360, normally you have a lot of excess skin on those edges. I didn't. I was pretty slim when it came to that. But I wanted to do, so when I first talked to Dr. Katzen, I wanted to do a tummy tuck. So we talked about a tummy tuck. But then the more I thought about it, I wanted a butt lift too, because my butt was saggy and big. So I figured instead of going halfway and then the other halfway, I might as well do all the way around. And he agreed. He said that even though I don't have a lot of excess skin on the side, I maybe had like an inch to pinch on each side. In the front and the back, I had a substantial amount. So, side note, when I went to the meet and greet, the 2013 meet and greet in Vegas for the WLSFA, I was telling people I was going to have the 360 done. They're looking at me like, what? You know, you don't have that much skin. But when I told them when I want to do the front and the back, they understood. And I'm like, you know, this is my journey. I can, you know, do what I want. You know, I'm paying for it. So I will have to say, from what I've seen from other people's videos, the 360 versus the tummy tuck, it is way more downtime. And especially since I had the thighs done as well. Way more downtime. I'm doing all of this together because I'm a teacher and I only really get the summer off. So I only have about 10 weeks this summer. So that's why I'm also going to have done are my arms. Which I don't know if you guys can see. My arms. And I'm going to have, I have you guys on pillows. I'm going to have a chest. I don't know if you guys can see. You probably can't see. Woo-hoo-hoo. My chest is small. You really can't tell. I'm going to have a breast lift. It's kind of like a donut. Like, okay, so here's the nipple. He's going to cut around the nipple and then cut a larger piece and then put the nipple, squinch it back together, I guess. It's a pineal, I think, something. I'll look it up. I'll put it up in the top or down on the bottom. So anyway, so as far as my first surgery goes, he took 10 pounds off of my body 1 pound off of each thigh, so 2 pounds from the thighs, and then 7 pounds in liposuction. So I lost about 19 pounds. So when I weighed myself, I was 179. It was kind of like, oh, well, I guess he did take a lot off. I thought I wasn't going to be that. And then everybody keeps telling me, well, you're swelling too, so you're going to look better after you're done swelling and after the swelling's gone down. And so, what else? So issues that I've been having 2 weeks post-op, I've been having bathroom issues. Not necessarily constipation, but just really hard stool. It was almost like I've had these issues before when I had my vertical sleeve and I didn't drink enough water. And, what does it is, there's medicine that I'm taking. I'm taking pretty strong pain medicine. In the beginning, I was taking a lot of it because the pain, there was pain. And I guess I didn't think I was in as much pain as I thought I was because it was like I was on pain medicine. But anyway, so that was causing really hard stool. I was on stool softeners too, but that just didn't seem to help. Tried prune juice. I didn't really want to do any like milk of magnesia stuff, but what I ended up doing was there's these things called glycerin suppositories. I ended up using one of those, and that fleshed me out. But I'm telling you, the pain was like, I was telling my husband, not to try and get too graphic, but I was telling him it was like trying to squeeze, it felt like, anyway, trying to squeeze a grapefruit through something the size of a grape. Or an orange through the size of a grape. I mean, that's how bad it was. It's like giving birth through my butt. But, I really hoping it's resolved because I'm going to be having my next surgery and it's going to be cutting my mobility even more. We did the 360 first because you use a lot of your upper body strength to move your body around, and I really have, and I'm really glad. But I'm really concerned when I have my next surgery because I'm not going to be able to use my arms, and this has been an emotional thing for me because I've been really dependent on my husband, and I know he loves me and cares for me, but there are times when he gets frustrated. I am able to get up, but it is easier when he's able to do stuff for me. I can get up and go to the bathroom on my own, which is fine, but there's certain things like my garment that I'm wearing, and I'm hoping to put some pictures in the end. The garment that I'm wearing, when I have to change my pads, I guess. Okay, so what I'm using are these pads. They're poise pads, like the pads that for an older person would use for incontinence. I'm using poise pads. Those are my like gauze pads so that I don't have to go out and like pay a whole bunch of money. And painter's tape, that's what I'm using. And actually there was another woman, Kelawanda, she did the same thing. And I'm using puppy pads to sit on because the undergarment that I'm wearing has a slit from crotch to butt. And so, I'm sitting on that. I'm using puppy pads. But anyway, so when I have to change my dressings, I've been helping my husband because I have to pull off this garment that I'm wearing that goes from like my knee to underneath my chest, or from my ankles all the way up to underneath my chest. I'm helping my husband, and when my arms are done, I'm not going to be able to do that. So, I have a new appreciation for my husband now. But anyway, so I think that's about it. I'm running really a lot of time on my video, and I don't want it to get too long. So that's it. That's me. 2 years post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy and 2 weeks post-op 360 body lift and medial thigh lift. So I guess I'll hit you guys up next week. Okay, bye.